Greetings, YouTube. So I was poking around on Instagram a little while ago, and I saw a t-shirt, and it was the classic Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail, and inside that symbol, which is very ancient, it said, "Hate feeds hate." Now that's a great sentiment if you don't happen to be the target of that hate. So it's really easy for a straight person to tell the gay community, you shouldn't hate the socially conservative community that is trying to legislate your entire existence into the mist, trying to make every aspect of your life illegal. And it's easy for a cisgender person to tell the trans community, you shouldn't be hateful just because someone's saying you can't use bathrooms in public. Or women shouldn't be angry over the fact that there are men in America right now trying to force them into delivering a fetus, whether they want to or not, and losing all agency and bodily autonomy. That these people should not be facing the hatred aimed at them with hatred in kind. It's easy for a white person to tell the black community that, maybe you shouldn't be quite as upset with that oppression. You should back that off a little and just be more reasonable. This is nothing but respectability politics, maybe taken one step further. You've removed yourself a little bit more from the thing. You're not actually telling them directly that they should be more respectable, more reasonable. Now you're taking it more philosophically. You're saying, hate breeds hate. But again, if you are at the target of that hate, that's a really easy thing to say. It is philosophical for you. But if you are the target of that hate, if someone is screaming the word faggot at you and beating you in the street, or walking in behind you in the bathroom to see what your genitals look like before they call the cops, or cops that just shoot you because you have a cell phone in your hand just because your skin is dark. That's really simple for you if none of those situations have any bearing on you. I mean, the laws that the neo-Nazis and the alt-right want to get into play aren't ever going to affect me. I'm the lily white boy. I'm the whitest white boy that ever walked out of White Town. So it's kind of disingenuous if I'm doing something like telling black folks, maybe you should be more respectable. And hate breeds hate is just the busing line of the 21st century. What do I mean by that? Because the bigots, the racists starting out using the N-word, and they realized that wasn't politically advantaged. So they started saying Negro until they realized that wasn't a political advantage. So then they started talking about things in the real abstract, about busing. We all knew what they were talking about, but they had plausible deniability. And hate breeds hate's the same thing. You've abstracted respectability politics, but you're still talking about respectability politics. You're just not using that term anymore. You're not telling someone to be respectable, you're telling them not to face hate with hate. Now, if you don't want to face hate with hate, have at it. But it isn't your place to tell anyone else how they react to hate. Because as the famous line goes, angry gets shit done. And there are times when anger is the absolutely appropriate response. In the face of social conservatism, anger is a good response. In the face of racism, anger is a good response. In the face of misogyny, anger is a good response. In the face of homophobia and transphobia, anger is a good response. Because I can sure as shit tell you, being a saint is just going to get you martyred. Take the fuckers down with you. Anger is appropriate. And when someone throws hate at you, there are times when you can turn the other cheek and walk away. But that's an individual call. And not all of us can make that call every time. Not all of us are saints. And not all of us want to be martyred. And why do I say us, even though I'm the liliest white boy there is? Because I really strive to be an ally. And if I don't turn and face that hate, there are other people who won't survive it. If I tell a white guy, hey, cut the crap with the racist jokes, I'm not likely to get beaten to death. A black person saying that might. If I tell a dude to stop making jokes about women, I'm not likely to get hit. A woman might. If I call someone on a gay joke because they know I'm not gay, I'm safe. If I speak up on these issues, I have a shot of actually being listened to, as sad as that is. And I have even a better shot of not being shot. So if you choose to face hate like a saint, congratulations. But don't judge somebody else about how they choose to face hate. If they get really angry, well, that may be the best opportunity they have. That may be the best chance of survival. Because there are times when you curl up on the ground, you pray you survive the attack. And there are times you take the fucker with you. And there are times you win. And everybody's got to make that choice. Everybody's got to make that call. And it's no one's decision for anyone else. So like I said, hate breeds hate is a great philosophical concept. But where the rubber meets the road, it isn't always appropriate. And it sure as shit isn't decent to do to another person and to judge them on how they respond to hatred in their life. Because like I said, angry gets shit done.